Welcome back, everyone. Day 55 of my journey to lose 20 pounds in 90 days by a whole food plant-based diet, drinking 5 to 6 cups of water, intermittent fastings, exercising 1.5 hours, sleeping 6 to 9 hours of sleep. And all these ideas come from the whole food plant-based diet as espoused by two books: How Not to Die from the Top 15 Diseases and How Not to Diet. Both books are by Dr. Michael Greger. Basically, Dr. Michael Greger has studied thousands of peer-reviewed literature. He's an MD and also a researcher. He's in this nutrition nutritionfacts.org, and he has a team behind him to do all the research as well. And so the study he gives, he researches, he does not research anecdotal evidence, testimonial. No, he's going for those peer-reviewed literature where there's a control study and then there's a placebo, side-by-side, blind studies, double-blind studies. So it's very well respected in the highest regard when it comes to scientific literature. And he found thousands and thousands, he and his team found thousands of research papers that come to a conclusion that the whole food plant-based diet is the best diet for weight loss, lowest body mass index, longevity, being free of heart diseases, free of cancer, free of dementia, diabetes, strokes. Basically, it's the healthiest diet and also the diet that helps you to lose the weight the most and maintain it. So I use that as my starting point. Now, from my experience, now this is anecdotal evidence now, it's not easy to be absolute because of the need for taste. And if you're married, if your wife has a desire for meat every once in a while, then it's going to be very hard to be absolute. So the only time me and my wife were absolute is about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, where she had double breast cancer. And that year, after the discovery of double breast cancer, and she had a surgery, for a whole year I did nothing but cooking in the morning and go to work and cook enough for basically 3 meals. And the whole year we ate nothing but whole food plant-based diet. And at the end of the year, my wife just had the surgery to remove the lumps. One side is mastectomy, the other one was lumpectomy. And so she did not choose, and I did not recommend her because the literature says it would not be helpful to do any kind of radiation therapy or chemotherapy because the research saying that none of those things actually diminish the lifespan, nor does it improve the quality of life. In fact, it makes it worse because you have your hair all fall down, you get weak, and other organs begin to have problems, even if the treatment is effective against the cancer, but your other organs begin to go out. So we didn't go that path. She just had surgery, remove the malignant lumps. And at the end of the year, eating the whole food plant-based diet, she was in remission. There was no trace of cancer cells. The only problem is after 1 year and she's get well and everything, she just cannot stand the taste. She just could not handle the taste. I tried different flavors, different seasonings, different sauces, but still she had to have some meat once in a while. So some fish and everything, and I was not able to stop her because it was too hard. She just could not stand it. So I myself really like the taste of meat, fish, chicken. Really love it, I would say. I love it. Uh, so that's where the issue is, the taste. It's not really the concern about getting enough protein because if you eat tofu, you eat beans and lentils, you get enough protein. In fact, an ounce of broccoli has more protein than an ounce of steak. So there you go. And there's never any civilization that are short of protein for thousands of years. So all these bodybuilders that says that you need so much protein for to build muscle, it's just not true. It may be true to build muscle, but as far as being healthy, being thin, as far as having the adequate muscle, you don't need it. In fact, there's some research, and they don't say it that much, and the news does not broadcast it, but there's some research saying that protein, actually, especially animal protein, it does help muscle to grow, but it also helps cancer cell to grow. So when I find that out, and I said, no way, no way. And this includes protein powder. So, but still, I just drop protein powder, any kind of protein powder, any kind of protein supplement after I find that out. It was not easy to find out. But as far as meat, fish, chicken, sardines, some kind of birds, every once in a while we still eat it, especially when my wife has like shrimp scampi on the counter or on the stove. It's hard for me to resist. It's very hard. It's delicious. I do notice when I eat do meat, I do sleep more and I get tired more, and there seems to be more inflammation and joint pain. It seems that way, and the body seems to heal longer. It takes longer to heal. That's the research says that too. That a whole food plant-based diet actually reduces inflammation, reduces arthritis, pains, joint pains, and helps your body to heal from some kind of weight training exercise. Helps your body heal much faster. That's the research. But still, it's still absolute. It's hard to add because of the taste. Taste, that's the main problem. So you still could get a lot of benefit to just go toward that direction. And in time, you might get to be more and more absolute, more and more pure. When they did a study, hundreds of thousands of Seventh-day Adventists down south in Loma Linda, Southern California. Basically, the ones who are pure vegans, they have the lowest body mass index. The ones who are peso or just a little bit of fish, they're the next level. And then all the way down to the one who are eating a lot of meat, they're the highest body fat mass index. As simple as that. Okay, as far as exercise, I did this morning. I ran twice, and then I walk about half an hour walking the dog. So that's like equivalent 3 laps. And I was recording other videos, so was not able to record enough time to record the video of my plan, my diet plan, and so on. And so I ran again 3 times tonight. Again, I was listening to a conference call, so I didn't have time. So that's why I'm doing it now, both the morning and night of my game plan. I do my base of my exercise is low impact, slow, steady state. My feeling is that that kind of exercise has been done for thousands of years, most of civilization, and it has worked. Just the recent 20 years since Tabata and the high intensity interval training, just the last 20, 25 years at most. And there's all these talk about it. So I do incorporate some of it, except mostly it's more like medium intensity interval training. And then I combine with light weights. Now, weight training has been around for a few thousand years, but it just got popular the last few hundred years, or last maybe 100 years, very popular due to Arnold Schwarzenegger and the rest. So, but I focus on light weights. I might increase my weight when I hit my ideal weight, which to me is 155. So when I lose 20 pounds, I'll be 168.6 pounds, and I like to have another 90 days to to lose another 13.6 pounds to 155 pounds. After that, then I probably will increase my weight and maintain. I mean, maintain my weight, but I'll increase the weight training. I'll increase the weights of the weight training. So it's because I want to build muscle, but maintain my weight and maybe lower my fat percentage. That's my game plan. And maybe focus on increasing the number of pull-ups I can do, number of chin-ups I can do, number of push-ups I can do, and use that as a way to track progress, but not to reduce anymore. Because 155 would be like in the middle, low, in the middle of my body mass index at 5'10". So and that I feel will help me to live the longest too, at the middle of the body mass index. So that's my game plan. And okay, there's also the growth mindset. So even if you know what to do, if you don't have a growth mindset, your mindset is not proper, you don't do it, you don't do anything. A lot of people who are overweight, they're sitting on the couches because they know what to do, but they just don't do it because they don't take action or they're not motivated or they don't know how to persevere. So that's why growth mindset is also very important. Now, with regard to growth mindset, I also focus on two other books. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey and The Compound Effect by Darrell Hardy. Those two books can be summarized in the following. Begin with the end in mind, have a vision of your life, have a mission statement to carry out your vision, and then break your mission statement into three types of goals: short term, intermediate, and long term. Publish your goals so you're held accountable and you stay motivated. Document everything so that you have a set of data to look at and to reflect. And then have a tool to evaluate whether you're meeting your goals and checking your progress. And after that, you go through a cycle of monitoring and adjusting and reflecting. And the cycle goes on and on, from looking at your goal, from documentation, from tracking and evaluating, and then again, monitor and adjust. And above all, you need to have a revelation and a realization that what you do over time, if you do it continuously, you will get a compound effect. To apply this in my 90 days journey, I will lose 20 pounds in 90 days. By July 20, 2020 or earlier, I will weigh 168.6 pounds. I publish everything, so I'm held accountable. Everything is uploaded into the YouTube video, every day of it. And I track my progress twice a day, in the morning and at night, with the Tanika body fat scale. Numbers don't lie. I monitor and adjust. For example, when I hit a plateau at 8 pound, 9 pound, 8 pound, 9 pound, 10 pounds, then go back to 8 pound, gain some weight again. I can't seem to get past the 10 pound mark. So I had already passed halfway. This is the 55 days, day 55 of my journey. So I'm getting a little bit desperate that I'm almost getting close to 90 days. So I decided to monitor and adjust my intermittent fasting window, the eating window, and also adjust my number of calories, as simple as that. No matter what kind of diet you do, the key is that in the macro, looking at the macros, it is calories in, calories out. There's no way of go around it. People can say hormones, um, different hormonal imbalances, all that. But in the big picture, it's still calories in, calories out. There's no argument on that in the scientific literature. So, but what am I going to model after, or what is a big influence on how I'm going to go about monitoring and adjusting? Well, I've been looking at in a YouTube video, and I saw this guy named David Goggins, Goggins. Now, this is anecdotal evidence, but still, it's very inspirational. What he did was that, actually, there's two. There was another guy named Mr. Potato Man. He ate nothing but potato and he lost a few hundred pounds, 200 pounds or something like that. Just a potato. He just ate nothing but potatoes. All day long, he just ate nothing but potatoes. And he lost 200 something pounds. So, but David Goggins, he's an African American fellow. You can look him up in YouTube video. Grew up in a dysfunctional family. His father was a pimp, and his father has beaten him up all these years and beat his mom up all these years. From 19 to 21, he gained a lot of weight. He had a poor outlook in life, very depressed, do not see much hope in his outlook for the future. But he saw a video, some kind of video, whether it's YouTube or TV, of a Navy SEAL documentary. And he decided, said, man, that is what I want to do. I want to be a Navy SEAL. That's cool. That's what I want to do. So he went to see the recruiter, look at him, 296 pounds, 6'1". He said, okay, lose 100 pounds, come back to me in 30 days, and 90 days, come back to me in 3 months, 90 days, and you're in. And he walked out of there with his head down and feel, how am I going to lose it? I cannot lose 100 pounds in 90 days. That's between 1 and 2 pounds a day. But he went home, or he went back to work, and he saw a bunch of like cockroaches crawling. And I don't know, is it reminding him like a big, either some kind of pain or whatever. He doesn't want to live a cockroach life, or doesn't want to work in a cockroach place or cockroach infested place, or he doesn't want to live a cockroach life anymore. So the next day he quit his job. The next morning he quit his job, and then he started thinking, 1 pound is, it takes about 3,500 calories to 4,000 calories deficit to lose 1 pound. So for me to lose 1 pound, I need to have a deficit of 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day. The only way mathematically that can happen is that I cannot eat. If I don't eat, I will lose at least a pound a day. So, man, I really was appreciative of his math. I just didn't realize the math. And he did eat something. He ate one fruit, and that is the banana. And I imagine it's because of the potassium. So he did that, and then he did a lot of walking. And then after a while, he did a lot of running. He just walk all day, run all day, and then he does. It's called light weights. He said he bench press, lightweight. To him, lightweight is 65 pounds, and he would do hundreds and hundreds of them all day long. In addition to the cardio, slow cardio, steady state. Right now, David Goggins have broken many Guinness Book of World Records for he close to 5,000 pull-ups in one day, and he broke a lot of Guinness Book of World Records on extreme marathon runs. He's just amazing, great willpower, great athlete. Anyway, I am not that great an athlete, and I'm pretty sure I don't have a willpower like him. So I tried. I tell you, I tried. About 5 days ago, I didn't eat a banana, but I ate a potato because with the potato man that lost 200 something pounds, he ate nothing but potato. What he said was he could also find him, just look up potato man losing a few hundred pounds in YouTube. Basically, he researched, said, what is the healthiest food? What is the healthy? And the potato came out. And so he ate nothing but potato for like 2 years or 1 or 2 years and lost 200 something pounds. Ate nothing but potato. So the potato or sweet yam or taro, anything, the tuber family, it has everything, all the macros and the micros and the phytonutrients. It has enough protein for you to live. It has enough starchy carbs for you to live. It has enough healthy fat for you to live. You don't need anything else other than maybe a vitamin B12. Tablet. So I ate a potato and I lost like 5 pounds in one day. I know the next morning when I lost 5 pounds, it's not because of actual weight. Most of the loss was probably some kind of water weight, but I knew I lost at least 1 pound of true weight because I exercised, and it takes me about, at that time, probably 2,100 to 2,200, 300 pound, 2,100 calories to maintain. So by not eating other than a potato, I already had the deficit about 2,000 calories, and then I worked out. So I was close to losing a 1 pound of true weight because I worked out. I probably burned close to 500 to 1,000 calories. So plus 2,000, it's close to 1 pound, at least 3/4 of a pound. But the next morning I was starving to death. I was starving. So I decided to not just eat a potato, but a potato and a banana and a grapefruit and an apple. And I felt a little better. And I still lose, but the next day I still feel very hungry. So I decided to eat 2 sweet yam and then an apple. Anyway, and then my wife would leave something, some kind of shrimp scampi, and then I ate them. So, but basically, I still reduced my eating window to one meal, OMAD, one meal a day. You could also look at it in a YouTube video called OMAD diet, one meal a day. And a lot of people lose a lot of pounds in that, using that. So I'm combining the different videos I saw. Um, but basically, I try to restrict my caloric intake to about 1,500 to 1,800 calories. So if it's 1,800 calories, it will be 300 calories deficit because I need about 2,100 calories, 2,100 calories to maintain my body weight. So anything less, I will lose. I will lose weight and lose body fat. Then plus I exercise, so that's what I've been doing the last few days. But it's very slow, even with like 1,800 calories, 15. It's very little, but and sometimes I eat more than that because again, my wife would leave something in the stove, and then I eat them. I'm just weak that way. But as we get closer, if I'm not too happy of my progress, I might do some experimentation or one day a week or something like that, or 2 days a week. I will eat nothing but a potato. Even though I'll be extremely hungry the next day, I just eat a little bit more that day. So that's my game plan after monitoring and adjusting. Oh, before I forget, don't forget to smash the subscribe, the like, and leave a comment. So basically, I'm just kind of telling you my personal story as frank and as true as I can. And above all, while I'm going through this cycle of monitoring, adjusting, monitoring, tracking progress, looking at my goal, looking at the data, reflecting, I have a revelation and a realization that if I practice this game plan over time, I will get a compound effect. 160, 8.6 pounds. With that, I'll see you in the next video.